What's going on? What's going on, good people? You already know what it is, man. This is your boy, the historian, Ryan Walker. Hey, we back up in this thing tonight. Little bit of a somber mood, but you know what? We're gonna still keep it live. I'm not gonna sit there and let it destroy what you're gonna think about what's gonna happen this season. But we already see that there are gonna be a lot of cuts coming. It's no need to even go over the stats, because it's pathetic tonight. Let's just line, defensive line have been getting manhandled all the way around. And the sad part about it is we're still in that mindset. These guys that are supposed to be trying to fight for a roster spot, let's just be real on this, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing so how about now? Someone actually says they couldn't hear me, so I had to make sure that you could hear me. I apologize about that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You already know how we get down. It's no need to even talk about. We just pretty much just getting the brakes beat off of us right now. They put their foot between our hip pockets, came in our house, started their starters to get a 14-point lead. Once that 14-point lead was established, the starters were pulled, and he pretty much said, all right, I'm getting ready to coach my backups to let them get some in-game experience, and I'm going to put them in positions to make plays. Arthur Smith, right now, he's more so being conservative, concerned about the health of his players and going into the first game. I can't speak on that. I can't really put my finger on it, but this is just what you see. A lot of fans right now frustrated all the way around. A lot of the effort that we saw with these backups that we saw in the beginning, we're not seeing that right now. That's a problem. Half of you guys are going to be working regular jobs pretty much after tonight. It's going to be a lot coming. And when you look at it, you would think that any of these gentlemen squad, they're going to want to have their job. You look at it, all you're doing is coming out here and you're earning a practice squad spot because the starters are already established. And God forbid any of these starters go down. The depth is what's been killing the Falcons, point blank, period. And so when you talk about the depth of the Falcons, it's not there. We got some hidden gems in there, but there's more riffraff that we have to sift through or whatnot to be able to get everything else that's going to help us make this cake rise. Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot right now, they're in the kitchen right now. Let's just be real. And all I can say is I don't like the fact that we're in a situation where we're pretty much going to be conservative with certain players. Like, here's the thing. Yeah, Red is our franchise quarterback. We get it. You got to protect him. But at the same time, you need to at least let him get a series or two out of his system because he still needs to get at least some in-game reps because he only played 4 games last year. He's got to get that timing down with some of these guys. I get that you gave him the night off, and you're going to see what these young guys can do. However, we're building up on the front end, and some spots, defensive line, we see a hit or miss here when it comes to pressure. But I'd like to see a little bit more out of D'Angelo Malone. This is a guy that has high expectations. It's a local guy, a guy who was dominant at Western Kentucky. We need to see D'Angelo Malone cut loose where he's actually able to make a little bit more plays. Got to give it up to Harris, number 59. This gentleman Harris is coming to this situation to where he's been very solid. Harris has been very solid and just in a situation where you have to be smart with what you got going on. Excuse me for 1 second. So with everything else that we got going on with Harris, so y'all forgive me on that. But when defense in the secondary, DeMarco Hellams has solidified his spot on this team. Point blank, period. Hellams, take him off the field. Don't even play him anymore. He's going to be Richie Grant spot if Grant doesn't show up. He's already showing that flash, and he stands out among all the rookies that we have out there and all the backups that we have on the field. take him out. Clark Phillips III, he's had a solid first half. You see those two all over the place flying. Those two, go ahead and sit them down for the second half and just put them in a situation to where this season you have packages for them where they're going to rotate, where they're going to be able to not only just make plays, but they're going to be able to contribute to this defense. There's no need to put those guys there as well. Natron Brooks has made some great plays on this defense. He's got to be in a situation where he finds time in the rotation. I'm not mad at some of the jewels that we found. I'm upset at the fact that we see no effort. If you know that this is your last shot to even make a squad, you're going to go get effort. It's called a heartbeat. A lot of these young cats don't have a heartbeat. And you really see that. You know who loves the game and who doesn't, and who's trying to play for a paycheck and who doesn't. You know, the sad part about it is you guys that are going to be special teamers, guys that aren't going to get much playing time, they're going to fight with everything they have just not to be embarrassed. You see this defensive line, we've gotten manhandled tonight. That running game has been nice for Pittsburgh. I can't even hate. Their backup offensive linemen have been pushing around our scrubs. So when you look at the depth, I got to give Mike Tomlin all the credit in the world. Mike Tomlin knows how to bring in a team, and he knows how to bring in talent, and he knows how to coach up talent defensively, offensively. You got to give the man credit. The man loves to win. He's not a guy that's going to be conservative. No, he feels like we should win every ball game, even with my backups. This is what needs to be done. This is the mentality and the culture that needs to be established here in Atlanta. Normally I talk about the stats on the halftime report, but I'm a bit on the soapbox because I know I'm gonna have folks on the soapbox tonight, so I'm getting mine out a little bit. Here's my thing. The only way that these guys are gonna get better is that you gotta play them. You can't be in a situation to where you hold guys back. I get that you're going vanilla, but you gotta get the reason why we have so many injuries in today's game now is because of the fact that guys don't play enough football. It's pretty much like working out. You can only get as strong as much work as you put in. If these guys are going to put in the work and they're going to come to a play, some culture established to where we can have some physical toughness and some mental toughness. Because if you look at it, Pittsburgh came in and said, we're going to kick y'all ass. We're going to do this here, and we're going to walk out of here with a win, and we're going to let our backups throw you off. So they just literally just slapped us in the face. Just being honest. They came in here, slapped us in the face. And the bad part about it is I get it's preseason, but you would think that we're up in Pittsburgh with all the fans we see up in there. You know, I get that it's hard to cheer for the Falcons right now, but I'll say this. Falcon fans, we got to challenge you. We got to challenge you. Because y'all letting folks come in our house and make noise. Did you ever think, if any of you guys or ladies have ever played any kind of sport, whether it's collegiate, high school, or even if some of you got into the next level, have you ever thought about the fact that players feed off of fan energy? They were feeding off that energy last week. They fed off the energy down in Miami with the fans that travel. For some reason, it's certain teams that everybody just sit back and say, oh, well, they're just going to get beat. They just look horrible. They look atrocious. This is just bad. It's come in our house and literally take over that house. And, I get it, but it's more, you in the city of Atlanta, you need to be deep in Falcon territory. I get that Steelers fans roll deep. I get that Eagle fans roll deep. I get that Cowboy fans and some of these fan bases roll deep. Guess what? We need to get like that. You got to give us something to cheer for, but I'm challenging all the fans that are looking at this right now. If you're a Falcon fan, yeah, we getting our behinds towed up right now. But guess what? Stay the course. Don't just walk away because it's bad. I'm going to watch the rest of the game. Good, bad, or ugly. It's until I die. That's all I know. So here's the thing. When are you going to be in a situation where we feel comfortable to where we can support this team through and through? There's some fans who do, some fans who don't. But We had so many fans that when we win, you see everybody posting on Facebook, everybody on social media. When games like this, they quiet as a church mouse. You can't find a Falcon fan nowhere. They hide. My thing is this: don't hide, embrace it, because guess what? During this season, and I'm going to say this, and then I'm out, and I'm gonna jump back on after the game. If Arthur Smith has a piss poor season, doesn't matter. You don't make the playoffs in this weak division, I'm gonna be one of the first ones calling for your head, because you had money this year. You had players to come in. So all I'm saying is this: you have to be in a situation to where you got to tighten up. Pretty soon, it's pretty much going to be you. We understand the first year you came in, you inherited some stuff. The second year, you were strapped for cash. Guess what? This year, you got cash. You were able to build some things. You were able to move some stuff around. However, this is a year that you're going to be on the hot seat, because if you can't win in a watered down division, period, because our division is watered down, point blank, period. It is watered down. And we really have the most talent out of the up under your belt, and you can't get us a division title or a playoff spot this year, Arthur Smith, you got to go. I'll drive down for you. I will pack up your U-Haul personally, and I'm gonna give you some peach cobbler to go. Your ass got to go. And I know I'm gonna get hit with the censorship from my security pit bull, but hey, that's just one that I got to chuck up to the game. You pretty much are gonna be in a situation where you're gonna have to go ahead and get up out of Atlanta, because mediocrity is not gonna live. You can't live here. We got money now. We got to start addressing it. You have to start addressing issues. And defensively, we're gonna see what we're looking like this year with these starters. Point blank, period. We're gonna look at. We're gonna, because here's the thing: you drafted 3 offensive players, from Kyle Pitts to Drake London to now Bijan Robinson. Here's my thing: if we don't win with these playoffs, with these guys, and you brought in Jonnu Smith, you got to go, because our defense, you know, that's been our problem for years. And now we got to see what these veterans are going to do, and what this locker room is going to what is going to take place. I get a new defensive coordinator, but I like the fact that we're more aggressive this year and not playing zone defense. I'll take these cornerbacks beating coverage if they're one-on-one. I'll take that. I'm tired of watching these receivers run across their face when they were running the zone last year. I'll take a guy being physical. I'll take those penalties, because we lacked that last year. So let's get on board. Let's get ready for the second half. Y'all be blessed. Hopefully we can have a comeback, and we can have the after party line. But